Here we go.
Good afternoon, YouTube. Man, always George Paige, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, it is the weekend, baby. Saturday is here. I mean, it's halfway done. I mean, I just got this morning, did my laundry, run a little errands, and now I'm back home. So I started to do one of my comparisons before I, figure out and do some things for the rest of the day. So anyway, folks, I picked these two lovely ladies who compete in figure, but they actually earned their pro cards in physique. Well, actually, one had two pro cards, one in figure and one in physique. And these are two young ladies who have a lot of potential. We have here is the lovely Senora Ana dos Santos and the lovely Mrs. Paige Wirtz. Now, Ana, I seen her recently get an interview by man David on the Female Bodybuilding channel. Female Bodybuilding Forum. Sorry, David, made mistakes, confusing y'all too. And she's originally from Mexico, but she lives in Texas. She's also a coach and a trainer back there in Mexico. Amazing young lady. She has a passion for bodybuilding. Now, she and Paige earned their pro cards at the USA Championships back in 2024. Paige is from the Midwest, Wisconsin area. She's been competing for quite some time. She's also works as an accountant. She does, is it called, what's the thing where they go in and they check your stuff? It's, assessments and stuff like that. It's still totally different from doing taxes, but she's been competing for the good part of at least a good few years. She's double dipped both in physique and figure, just like, Ana. And I said again, she also got a pro card at the USA Championships, but she got it, I think, originally in, women's physique. But then later on, actually figure. She got a pro card in figure, but she did compete in women's physique, but didn't get a pro card there. So these are both young ladies who have great potential. I know that Ana made her debut right after she got a pro card in 2024, but Paige made her debut to 2025. And I think she competed also this year. So both of them competed this year. Both of them had great potential. Now, as I said again, they both competed at the USA Championships, which is a pro qualifier. I know quite a few ladies earned a pro card at the show, and we interview some of them afterwards. But both ladies have great aesthetics, great looks of them. You can see how one might be leaning towards more to the other division than the other. If you look at it, I think, with Paige, I think figure fits her shape and her build. She's very, very more, I would say aesthetically leaner, very more, looking at what division is, While I think with, Ana, she's figure level, but I think she has a passion for women's physique. I've seen some stuff where she's doing a lot of physique posing. But possibly we might see her making that transition from figure to WPD later in her future. Here we have is the front double. And again, I think with Paige, you can really see those aesthetics of figure, but also she has great, comparison with her waist to her lats, good shoulder width. Good overall look. I think she can do well in physique, but I think she's more figure. With Ana, she has great roundness in her shoulder, good lat development, good size and conditioning. This is a close one. So if I go by who fits more the aesthetic division, I think I go with Ana. Here at the side chests, both ladies have good positioning, good development, good roundness in their shoulders and tricep, good sweep at the quads. This is slightly close. I would say conditioning wise, slightly better. I will give an edge here to Paige. Here you have the shot from the back with a rear double. Good width. I think size is somewhat, maybe a bit more in Ana's corner, but conditioning, especially how well developed her back is, good lat spread, maybe a little bit more connection to hamstring tie-ins. I would say in the back, I give this one here to Paige. Here we have a nice tricep pose. Both of them look really good. Roundness, fullness. It's slightly close here. I think when it comes to size and conditioning overall, I might give a slight edge here to Ana. Here we have the ab and thigh pose. Good conditioning. Like I said, Paige has great, conditioning, good waistline. Ana has a little bit fuller size. But if I go by who has the best set of abs, I would say have to go with Paige on this one. Real good conditioning, more pop, But I have to go with Paige on this one. We have a nice bicep pose for both the ladies. size, peak, fullness, I would give this out the gate to Anna. She has great conditioning, great bicep development. That's why I think like she could probably do really well in WPD. Just put on a little more size, and I think I see it in that division more than I see Paige. Here we have a nice shot from the back. And again, I think Paige's back is the best thing about her. I think that's the thing that really helps you. As I often hear the ladies who compete, especially in women's physique and figure and women's bodybuilding, the back can make or break how you come in, especially when it comes to conditioning, it comes to size and fullness. As you know, the last show we had was the Triple O Dynasty, where it was very slightly between, Barbara Mosian and Salika Givens. And it was just that Barbara had more fullness and width in her back compared to Salika. But here I have to give this one here to Paige. Like I said, these are both young ladies who have a lot of potential to sport of bodybuilding. Where the future lie in what division, I feel like Paige, with her size, her development, I think figure is the best division for her. With Anna, she still looks like she has the potential to grow. I can see her maybe move up to WPD in a year or two. Do figure for a little bit, take the year off, and use that time to grow. I mean, I wouldn't rush it. It's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. And these are both young ladies who have great potential in this sport. It's this youth that's coming into here. These younger women who have a passion for a sport. Paige, she's been competing for quite a long time. While she was taking some time when she was in college, she took a step back from the sport because it's expensive. But then once when she graduated from college, sorry, I'm about to say high school, college, and eventually got into the world, she decided that she wanted to get back into bodybuilding. Anna, she started out also young. She was also competing in bikini, which is a typical division we want to start out with. But then eventually, her coach saw her potential for figure, and she sees her potential possibly for WPD. Whichever division these ladies pick, they have a great future in it and a lot of great potential. That's why I remember you should have a thing called promise and potential. I should call this promise and potential. And that's what they have, that promise and potential, the promise to grow and the potential to be great athletes in the future. We see these young ladies in Olympia, maybe. And like I said again, we figure how it's growing, looking. I mean, they're really going away from what it was. And I think Paige kind of fits that aesthetic a little more what it is now. And I can see, again, with Anna going up to WPD. And to me, honestly, she looks like what it was when WPD started. Great athletic build, great muscle, great definition and conditioning. But where now it's going towards, it's looking more like women's bodybuilding than it is women's physique. But both these are young ladies who have great potential to grow and have a great future. Just take the time and be patient, and you'll get there. And reach me out with George Paige, a.k.a. the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Like, don't like, subscribe. I'm out.